Hey, YouTube land, how's it going out there today? Hey, guess what? We have sun. Isn't that exciting? I hope you guys have sun. It's been raining here for days and days and days and days and days. We need it. I know. Don't complain. You live in the desert. You need the rain. I just wish it would spread out. Be like once a week or something. Wouldn't that be cool? So anyway, sorry I missed you guys last week. It's been interesting per usual around here. My life is interesting. That's something I can always say. It is interesting. Yeah, I got locked out of Chrome last week. Couldn't get in. My computer didn't update when I was sleeping. Went to log in. I was set up outside. The tortoise was out playing. Thought you guys would enjoy that. Yeah, I couldn't get in. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? I never saw you yesterday. I was looking for you. I just kept on doing my stuff, girlfriend. I've got so much stuff that's been going on around here. Yeah, I was saying I missed everybody last week, but I was crazy, so whatever. I just kept on doing stuff, so, you know. Yeah, we got the rental rented. It's a big deal, and we're still in the process of doing things because the weather has put us back a week. But he moved it up 5 days. We wanted to rent it on the 15th, which would have given us time to get all the stuff done without stressing too much. But he wanted to move in on the 10th. I said, okay, we'll get it done. But the yard work's not done because it poured rain all week, and you can't really drag the lot. It'll just be a muddy mess. So he's going to have to wait till after he moves in to get that all done. But the handyman was there yesterday. He fixed the carpets. He fixed the back door. It was kind of sticking. He put up a new panel for the hot water heater. He did all the little jiggies and whatnots that have to be dealt with. And we had water delivered, so now we can see if the dishwasher does or doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really want to buy a new dishwasher this week, but we'll see. So he's moving in on Saturday, so, there's that. But the house cleaning's done. The repairs are done. We're getting there. The yard will get done. I'll be next week when it dries out. Your mom's. Well, good though. That's a good day, spending it with your mom, getting something useful done. Even if it wasn't for you, you got the time. I mean, that's what we all need right now is the time with the people we care about because, you know, the memories need to be built. We've isolated a lot and gotten a little bit wrapped up in our own stuff, I think. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying we shouldn't. We've all been busy and had stuff and nonsense and wow, the world has been beating us up. But yeah, I think we need to step outside ourselves a little bit now. We were taking care of business and now it's time to get back out there, interacting, seeing if we can help other people take care of business, like your mom. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of that going around right now, a lot of it. And I hate to say it, but I think this is the exact timeline they had planned. I mean, there was the initial people that really weren't doing well, they didn't do well immediately. But the people that were kind of borderline, I think they're starting to the effects are starting. I don't want to get a strike. I'm trying so hard. I'm so close to 500 on this channel, folks. Give me a 500. We'll do a giveaway. I want to give away a copy of The Message and Walking with God. 500 subscribers. Come on, folks. Help me out. Share me out. Now I'm a YouTube person. Help me. Help me. I know, yeah, I was talking about that with a couple people the other day, a couple different lives, chats I was in, and that seems to be the general theme, is a lot of people are either putting up with a lot of crap they know they shouldn't, or they're not moving forward even if they're not putting up with crap because they're in their comfort zone, and yeah, you got to get out of it and do it on your own terms because, like I keep saying, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. So if you pick the path and start working it, the universe might leave you alone and let you do it. But if you just keep sitting there and pretending like, ostrich and head in the sand person, you're Probably going to get a big kick in the boot when your head's down. Rob, honey, how you doing? Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Got some sun? Y'all got some sun. So, yeah, so last weekend was crazy busy. Doug sold our car, our truck, our little red thing, and bought another one. So we got that done. Doing better, as in you are doing better than you have been, or you have done better in the past. I guess that's the same thing. I hope you're doing well. Down and get some sun. It's good for you. Yeah, me too, bless mama. I mean, I told you when I unsubscribed to a bunch, started seeing a whole lot of other things going on out there in the world. Now, not that I all want to see all of it, but it's a new perspective, We have created our own little bubbles, as they like to call them, and I'm not just talking about information. I'm talking about life bubbles because I don't know. I mean, I felt the need to suck it in and keep protected because the world got really nuts for a long time, and I think it's working its way back to even keel. But let's see how that goes. I'm not seeing any big scary things, so that's nice. It seems like they've graduated from kindergarten or at least into grade school level on conversations these days. So that's a bonus, right? So yeah, I just keep laughing though every time I see, oh, China found this and Pakistan found that and the US found this and oh look, it's a giant pile of gold or some rare earth mineral or some kind of whatever that we all need that we have to buy from somewhere else. It's like, how stupid are people? I mean, the whole planet is made out of the same stuff. And yes, there's high concentrations of things in certain areas. Woodstock. Sorry, he's ringing his bell. But, it's everywhere. Pretty much, if you go down 600 feet anywhere, you will find water on this planet. Fresh water. Hey, Jessica, honey, how you doing? I know you share me out. I love it. Thank you very much, girlfriend. Thanks for coming. Guys, check out Jessica's channel. She's in my video, what is it? It's a playlist. Yep, Ellen, words are hard. My YouTube subscribers that have channels, I made a playlist of their channels, so you can go there and find them. Jessica's in there. Go check her out. You're doing better, girlfriend? Been, what, a couple weeks now since you went in, and you're doing better? I think you're on the mend. She doesn't have a wrench, honey. I don't know if I can, I'm not on YouTube. I can't share anything, so I'm just on StreamYard. I pull up YouTube, and StreamYard goes wacky, and I freeze and all that, so I'm supposed to be sorting these knitting needles. What I'm doing. I have a sale on Monday if anybody likes yarn or knitting needles. Yeah, just go to my playlist and you'll find her there. I've gotten this far on what needs doing. I got all the crochet hooks sorted. Oh, there we go. I knew that was going to happen. My old Tupperware cups. I needed something tall. They kept rolling off the couch on me. So yeah, I'm getting that all ready to go for Monday sale. I got yarn and I got crochet hooks and knitting needles and I have, I don't know, other things like felt and fake fur trim, like stuff to finish up your projects, like you crochet a Santa and you need to put some, faux trim on his hat. Oh, happy Mother's Day to you too. Working on Rob. Sorry, I'm reading comments here, guys. I gotta get a new computer. When I do, I'll be able to function much, much better on one. Go pull up the other computer and run back and forth, but, Oh, just the one last thing. I got you, Rob. Yeah, we're all there, honey. We're all there. Looks like it's getting closer. I don't know what's going to happen. I still am not buying the fantasy fairy tale 14 to 1 whatever foolishness, but 1 to 1 would be really pretty cool for me. Yeah, I'm actually going to be live tomorrow on my other channel. I'm just going to be doing an unboxing. So, you know, anyone's bored wants to hang out, it'll be in the afternoon, and I'm just going to hang out and just unbox. I have like boxes and bags and things from about 20 YouTube sellers. So I've been putting them aside. Like, you know, have something fun to do. Now that Doug is gone and quit on Sundays, he doesn't want to do Sundays anymore. So we're not doing that. So now I got free time to do other stuff. So I'm going to do an unboxing. Why not? It'll be fun. Shiny things, right? But other than that, yeah, we've just been busy crazy. You know, just, you know, Doug buying and selling a truck in a weekend. That was, you know, that's a considerable amount of driving around and negotiating and all that foolishness. And then, you know, getting the rental up and running, getting a cleaning lady in, getting a yard person, getting a handyman. We got all that done. Just Mother Nature said no yard work this week, so it gets done next week. And I'm planning 3 different sales right now and an unboxing. And yeah, it's just been a lot of stuff. I've been brushing out the donkeys and the horses because they are shedding like crazy. I mean, Doug came home yesterday. He's like, oh my God, did the donkeys kill a rabbit? There was so much hair all over the paddock because I brushed them all out. Parrots, be quiet. Sorry, guys. So, you know, that's what I've been doing. A lot of that. I was out in the tortoise enclosure. You know, this is what I do. I play with shiny things and I play with critters most of the time. Yeah, we have 2 horses, 2 Tennessee Walkers. Chopper and Outlaw. Chopper's a big red guy, and Outlaw is a black and white. He's turning gray for the summer. And yeah, they're both on my videos, under my Petrichor Ranch critter videos. Yeah, they're big guys. They're both like 7 feet tall, and just, you know, the donkeys are only 4 foot tall. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that outdoor stuff. I lost a fish. I found one floating this morning. It was one of my old ones. My big ones are somewhere between 15 and 20 years old, which is about the lifespan of a pond comet. So they moved here with us from Connecticut. I'd had them about 5 years then. We've been here about 10 years. So, you know, yeah, it's about the time. They've been breeding. So I believe she did her last breeding spawning deal, and that was the end of it for her. So we'll have some babies that look like her soon. I don't know. I ordered a new pond filter with a UV light so I can get rid of the green water. We have been trying all winter to get rid of it. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. I hate selling those. We actually traded in some for a little tiny, tiny, itty bitty piece of gold. It's like, wow, that was a lot of silver for that tiny piece of gold. We did it before gold went up, so we're already, you know, in the profit. So, and we got a few extra pieces of silver back. So, you know, trying to diversify, but you know, gold is still out of my price range. You know, but yeah, I've actually been buying a bunch of copper jewelry and setting it aside because, you know, copper is, you know, obviously not super valuable. But, you know, little pieces of copper, and, you know, you have to have a lot of them. But if you have it made into something artworky like jewelry, you know, that might be more tradable if needed. Looking less and less like we're going to have to go that way. But, you know, I still, you know, so then I end up with pretty copper jewelry. I'm okay with that. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, it just seems like no matter what, you just about get caught up, or you can't quite get to the top of that hill, you know? I mean, where you're rolling back down again. I think that's going to change, guys. I think, you know, having Trump there is going to, I think it's already helping. I mean, you know, I'm not thrilled with their over-exaggeration of what they were going to do, but I'm thrilled that somebody at least is looking at something. Now I'm just waiting on the purple ox. Hey, Ace Flat, Ace Florida 1, is that what I'm looking at? Hi, Ace. How about we go with that? How you doing? Welcome in. Just chit-chatting, complaining about the situations of life. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You had to spend all that. Did you get it? Are you done with that? Or are they still building and cleaning and moving attic stuff? Jessica, you're so sweet. Yeah, we need to get a horse shelter built. I'm hoping to get that done this summer. And the flies have started coming out, so now I got to get out there and spray them all down and put on their masks for the summer. Well, like, oh, they can't see. Yes, they can see, but I prefer no mask because I like to see their faces. Well, good. Hey, progress is getting made. That's something. Hopefully they don't put you off forever because I'm guessing you want that AC up and running sooner than later. I think I got to call the 1 hour AC people, whoever they are. I don't know. That's who we have here, and have them come over and did when I turned on the AC and the heat, making sure everything was working good. It all works, but there's this like one unit on the wall, and it talks to you. It's weird because we've never lived in that rental house, so I don't really know all the little things and stuff about how it works. So I'm like waiting. It's like, well, you're due for a service and telling. I'm like, call this number. I'm like, all right, I'll do that. That's probably gonna have to be scheduled after the guy moves in because I don't think I'm getting it done today. So I mean, they are 1 hour people. They might do it, but I don't really want to pay a lot of money. Bye, Jess. I'm sure I'm gonna see you out and about later. I'll be on Colleen's later if I can manage it. I plan to be there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing. Big hugs, girlfriend. Let's win the lottery. See, I hate to say this out loud, but here we go. Knock on wood first, right? We're doing okay. Still not wealthy. Bills are paid. Food in the cupboard. You know what I'm saying? We're doing okay. That's nice. That's a bonus. Ooh, wiggling table. Sorry, guys. Um, but I mean, yeah, there's things that I would like a horse shelter. I mean, that's going to be like about $2,500. I just don't happen to have that hanging around this week. Well, we got the taxes done. We got the insurance for the year paid. We got the land taxes paid. All the extraneous, the extra stuff no one likes paying. That's all paid, which is why we're broke. But it's paid, so nobody should harass me. So now I just have to, penny pinch and save up to get the things I would need to get before the next big bill comes rolling in. I need to get the AC people over here to clean my vents. Like, I don't know, what do they put a big vacuum up there or whatever? We've had this about 4 years, so I think probably it's time to get them sucked out, right? I've never had central AC until we moved here, so y'all fill me in on how that works, because, in Connecticut, we had a bedroom window AC, that was it. And in Maine, never. We had a fan if it got too humid, but I never had central AC in a house ever, anywhere I ever lived. In California, we had a swamp cooler. So, yeah, I really want to get my front yard fenced. We tried doing it, and you guys have seen some of the mess we have going out there from, the 70-mile-an-hour winds that ripped the roof off the donkey stable. Well, we spent the money putting the roof back on the donkey stable and instead of putting the front fence back up. So, and if I could put the front fence back up, I could take the chain link fence down from around the tortoise enclosure, and he could have the whole front yard. That'd be cool. Colleen's channel. Colleen. It's Colleen OG Lions, 2 Lions Sales or something like that. Type in Colleen OG. It'll come up. I think they said 6 o'clock. That's Eastern time. In New York, I think, upstate New York, somewhere like that. I think it's 6 o'clock Eastern, so that would be 3 o'clock for me, 4 o'clock for you. I think, I don't know. I can't keep up anymore. I was late this morning because I moved the show back an hour, or show, I don't know what you call this. me sitting here chatting with you guys, and it's like, oh, I was over at Ella's auction. I'm like, oh, gee, I'm supposed to be live in like 2 minutes. I guess I better get moving. Like, I was doing stuff. Like, well, I got an hour now instead of, having to get set right up. Let me go start doing stuff. So I started walking around the house, turning on the ceiling fans because I'm still being a cheapskate and haven't turned the AC on yet. We don't have the humidity. If we did, it would have been on probably 2 months ago. But, it's hitting like 80, 81 out. It's like, yeah, suck it up, Ellen. So I went and pulled my fan this morning and my fan pole broke. I have fancy fan poles. 5 for you. If so, thanks. What did I miss? I missed something. Hang on. I'm gonna scroll back up. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, I can fix that. Just there. It was there. It's a crystal with like the 7 chakra colors going up the chain, and at the top they just hooked it with a crimp bead. I have those. I put a new crimp bead on. It's all fixed. But I looked at them and I'm like, oh, it's really dirty. So I took it to the sink and washed it. So then I'm like, oh wow, all the fan poles are really dirty now because that one is clean, right? So I started climbing on chairs and taking all the fan poles down this morning and washing them all in the sink. And then I sat down, I was watching Ella, and I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I don't really have anything to do today. It's like, oh, no, you're supposed to be live, girlfriend. You might want to get up off your butt. So, sorry, guys, I was doing things. All right, I don't know what you said there, Ace. I'm sorry, I missed it. Guys, what did Ace say? What did I miss? See, that's the nice part about here is that you do actually get a couple of months, spring and fall, where you don't need heat, you don't need AC, maybe a fan or two. You get a couple lower electric bills for a couple of months. That's never bad. Well, Ace, I don't know what you said, but you're welcome. I hope I'm not agreeing to something bad. I don't know. I don't know what you said. I'm not seeing a comment. Anyhow. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's you're welcome, Ace. So yeah, that's just what I'm up to. Just being me, doing my things and my stuff, and everything's mostly settled. Doug's working a lot. It's summer, and it just gets worse for him throughout the season. This is just the beginning, but right now people are freaking, and he was on the phone, well, texting back and forth with our son in Colorado until about 10:30 last night because they have swarming ants coming out of the closet. So it's like, yeah, dude, that would be like a mature, ant colony, and that you really need a professional. He's doing taro bait and this and that and vacuuming and lots of Windex, but it's like call the landlord. That's why you pay the landlord, and they really don't want an ant colony in their closets, like they have flying ants all over the house now. So Doug was trying to talk him through that last night. Been interesting. Adam's doing all right. He's settling in pretty well now. He had an assistant manager. Well, she was really the manager, but they elevated Adam to be the assistant manager with her. Basically, he was the manager in training, and she just left like about a month ago and went to run another store. So Adam's kind of had to take on all of it. He was a little bit freaked out at first, but he's doing better now. So, you know. You know. Anywho, haven't heard from the daughter. Don't know what she's up to. Her birthday was the 1st of May. Maybe she'll get in touch for Mother's Day. We'll see. Doesn't usually happen. That's kind of sad. I miss my girl. She liked me when she was little. Oh, but at least they're all doing okay, so that's the important part. What are you guys up to? Tell me what you're doing. I know Patricia's been up to. What have you been up to, Rob? Anything fun? No, I don't think any of you guys are in the really bad tornado slash flooding areas. I know a lot of people have had power outages with these storms that have been rolling through the country. Other than that, though, I've just been hearing too many sick people and like severely ill people, not just I got snuffles and, I'm tired of allergies. I mean, they didn't make it out of the hospital kind of sick, and I really don't like hearing about that. I mean, there's been a lot of it. We hear about it here locally. I hear about it online. Just, tell you guys too. Every night, sunset, I light my incense and I ask peace, love, and harmony and health for everybody. I don't know if it's being heard, but I'm asking every night, guys, every night, because wow, we all need to stick together. We really do. Really, really hope everybody's doing all right. Get to working on your health. I know nobody. I had a big conversation with Adam about that the other day. I had I don't know, I got a coupon in one of my boxes for, I don't know, HelloFresh or one of those meal companies. And I was telling Adam, yeah, you should probably sign up for one of those because, especially we got the one that was more like in the microwavable type meals. It's basically he buys stuff from Chevron and the local pizza place, and he doesn't really cook anything. He does all, can't say takeout because we don't really have takeout here, but he's doing a lot of frozen processed things. I say at least that's real food, and a lot of those things are made for like two people, so even though it looks expensive, you can get two meals out of it, and help your budget, help your body. He's like, yeah, you're probably right. I said, dude, you're pushing 30. Not for nothing, but 30's that magic number where if you aren't doing it right, it's going to go south real fast if you don't get on it, So, loose ends. Yeah, there's a lot of those. A lot of those. We're working on that too. We're working on that. I've had this list and I've only got a couple things left on it. And it was like, an 8x11 sheet. And I've been working on it for like the past month, so. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I don't know. I just got to get them tied up, and yeah, as much as I didn't like hearing it from the person that said it, it wasn't a wrong statement. It was Trump and Elon and a whole bunch of the other ones talking about everyone needing to tighten their belts. That just rubs you wrong when it comes from people that, can just buy a new belt anytime they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not wrong, though. I mean, how many shiny things, how much stuff do we need? We all have too much stuff, all of us. I mean, it's a thing. It's hardwired into our DNA that we need things, apparently. So, but yeah, I think priorities need to be reevaluated by a lot of Americans. I mean, a lot of Americans are just, they don't even know. They literally don't even know how spoiled and how easy life really is. There are so many people that don't have any available options at all, period. So, I still am of the mindset that everybody should have to go live in a foreign country and be there for a minimum of 3 years. So they're actually living in the country and dealing with the country's rules and regulations and culture to get an idea of what being an American really is. Because I don't think people know. They don't understand how good it really is in this country, even though it's really messed up. It's still better than a lot of other places, believe it or not. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Last week I was pretty stressed out, and I was really looking forward to sitting in the front yard and just talking with you guys. And I got even more stressed out when I couldn't get online. But I got stuff done. It's been a busy week, busy week. I've got a lot of stuff done, so I'm kind of patting myself casually on the back because I'm doing less procrastination, which is good because I am a major procrastinator. I prefer to procrastinate. Really nice to have that assistant I keep wanting, but no one's been applying for that job, so oh boy. Yeah. I don't suppose any of you people here are knitters, huh? Got some stuff to sell, guys. I need that guest room cleaned out. Can't put in a bed until I can get all these tubs out of there with all this stuff in it. You know, pretty soon I'm just going to start making stuff to sell instead of worrying about the rest of it. Because I want to get back to making stuff. And once I get this rental situation all situated and get him in and make sure everything's good, that'll give me more free time. Month or two, I'll recoup the money we spent and the foolishness that went on. And I can just start working on doing some other stuff around here, which will be nice. And it'll be hot, so I won't be outside, so I can stay inside and do crafts. But yeah, you know, watching a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff actually. They've been disclosure is happening, but in weird ways and still on the fringe. But yeah, they've been digging around under that pyramid in China finally after hundreds of years. I don't know how far they've gotten into it. It's, I keep seeing AI pictures. I'm not seeing, it's supposed to be a whole representation of the universe inside of that tomb. And all the rivers are filled with liquid mercury, which is supposedly really, 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 really hard to make. But they did it thousands of years ago and in volume. That was why they said they wouldn't open it because it was too toxic. But now supposedly they have opened it. So I want to know what's going on in there. And then, the scans under the pyramids. And now they're talking about the Sphinx again and the tunnels under the Sphinx. And oh, yeah, the 170 underground cities in the United States of America, to include a couple under the ocean. But I'm a tinfoil hat wearer, and I wouldn't know anything about that, even though I've been talking about it for years and years and years. Sorry, it just amuses me, folks. But yeah, now that they're finally talking about it, how long do you think before we actually get any real pictures, real information, not just, backroom chat stuff? Woodstock, please stop that. It's loud. Thank you. I want more details, more details. I'm still waiting for my teleporter so I can just go see these things by myself. Zap in, zap out, take a couple pictures, come home, look them over, that kind of thing, right? Yes, 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 yes. The Terracotta Army. And every single one of there's what, thousands of them. I don't know if it was like 1,200, 2,500. There's a lot. Every single one is different. Every single one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just that whole. I can't remember the guy's name. I keep thinking Genghis Khan, and I know it's not Genghis Khan because they hid him, and then they killed all the people that hid him, and they sent people out north, south, east, and west, and made pretend burials so that people would never find him. But I think they did find him recently. Um, but yeah, that the one in China, that big one in China, and it's yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to know more. And I really, really, really want to know what they're going to tell us about these underground cities here in this country. Period. We paid for them. They belong to us, right? That's the other thing they are kind of sort of working on, but I don't know they're going to get it through, is, basically explaining to Congress, I guess, that all these minerals and things, they don't belong to Congress. They belong to us, the people. and we get to decide what they do with them. But they're needing a new SOP as to how their job actually works. Hopefully, we're getting rid of enough of them that we can train the new ones. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly, Rob. I think almost every big dam was. Honestly, the more I never really looked at that because I don't know, just never thought about it. But um, they build dams to make water for people, right? We get the concept, but it seems like a lot of the places that they built the dams, there seems to be a lot of flooded ruins, even not necessarily old ones. I mean, there's a whole city. I think it's in Russia. Oh, I wish I could remember. I mean, there's a couple right here in the United States, and I'm not sure that they got flooded by dams or if it was natural. But like church spires sticking out, that's like the only thing still that you can see. But there's one that's like a whole park. There's like park benches and trees and stuff, and I guess it goes down enough that the trees can keep growing. But it's really you crochet. Oh my goodness. You don't have time and you don't want to be playing with wool this summer anyway. You got things to do. No yarn for you, Patricia. I can stop you from going to Joann's or Walmart or Amazon. Well, that's awesome. My lunch break. Oh, I've been watching some of that. Yeah. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to go check it out. Yeah, I don't know. Dams are, yeah. I didn't really think about it, but dams, I think yeah, you're right. There's a lot more to it than just what we think. I mean, look at all the stuff they're finding up here in Arizona. Wow. The lake just went right out of my head. Where the river goes and they built the dam and it keeps, losing all its water because Las Vegas is sucking it all up in their fountains. Finding bodies, from the mob and stuff. It's creepy. Woodstock, knock it off. Oh man. Yeah, Hoover Dam, but no, what is it called? There's two lakes up here in Arizona where we get all the water from. We don't. We get it out of our driveway. But oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, Hoover Dam, they find all kinds of things there. There's a lot of stuff they don't tell us. I've been seeing a lot of people that have been, and I think a lot of it, I think some of their C-19 stuff backfired. They wanted us to all get locked down and I don't know, do what? Call the government and say fix it? And a lot of people said, let's go outside and play out in the woods where they can't see us, and they went hiking and mountain climbing and stuff, and people found a lot of things. There's a lot of more recent videos recently of, or at least, they're being told that we're allowed to know it. Now, I don't know. It makes my head hurt. All I know is recently I've seen more videos about things, ancient things. They're like drippy dropping it out to us again because they're going to give us another big disclosure, and I'm sure it's about little green men or whatever, but, Twin Lakes, I don't know that one. Yeah, the Hoover Dam. Those lakes are involved with the Hoover Dam. They're on the Colorado River. They flooded a lot of stuff. I mean, there's boats there. They've been finding 55-gallon drums there with, things like human things in them. And yeah, it's been interesting. It's like, yeah, y'all drink that water. You city drinking water people. That's where that comes from. Think about that. Oh, no. No, oh, why can I not remember? I am just like, I can't, I don't go to these lakes, they're about an hour from me. Laughlin. Is it in Laughlin? That would be Laughlin, Nevada. That's just, it's insane the things that people that run things do. You know, I'll even give some of them a pass from back in the day because they really didn't know better. But now we know better and they do it anyway. That's the part that gets me, you know. That's the part I don't like. So, boy, oh boy, yeah. I'm sticking all these things together with little stickers. Trying not to get the stickies on the needles themselves, but there are like hundreds of pairs here, guys. There's so many knitting needles. Okay, I'm going to have to get up and go check. I'm guessing something's in my driveway that's setting them off. Probably a cow. That's usually what it is. I don't know, Hannah. You want to go out? You go out and decide. You go be my guard dog. You go chase it away. I'll be a cow. Ready? Go ahead. There you go. Go get it. And we'll just pull the shade so Woodstock can't see outside anymore. And look, nothing. There is nothing out there, Woodstock. You're just being obnoxious for no reason at all. Sorry, guys. So sorry. Yeah, Laughlin basically fell apart during COVID. They didn't get enough people. They were already, Laughlin is, you know, like really downtrodden and everything was really old and they didn't keep up with the, the lockdown. Vegas seems to be doing just fine, though. I've literally never been past the airport in Vegas, so I can't really attest to that. But, you know, Vegas is not my cup of tea, but I guess they now have some kind of cool, like, parks and stuff. I think they have one that has, like, flamingos and peacocks that roam around. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And I guess they have a zip line that goes through, like, right down the strip of Vegas. I don't know. Not sure I want to do that. That kind of makes me nervous. I'm not a big height fan. You guys do heights? I don't like that. When I go to the Grand Canyon here, this end of the canyon doesn't have a lot of money, and they've left it pretty natural. And there's like no guardrails or anything. So you can like literally walk right off the cliff if that's your thing, you know. And, you know, I was there and I'm like walking around and I'm like telling people, oh, step back. They're like, do you work here? I'm like, no, you're just making me really nervous. Yes, there's a lot of dams in Arizona. See, now it's not just totally because I'm just, you know, brain foggy. I just can't remember. Because all the water is 600 feet underground. So they got to, you know, make puddles of it here and there so we can all have some. Yeah, we got lucky. We have a big, as the well driller said, a lake under our driveway, which is not connected to those water sources. There's different aquifers out here, so not all of the water comes from the same source. It doesn't all come from the Colorado River. So, but yeah, we're kind of independent, which is nice, which means that we shouldn't have a lot of runoff from anybody else either, because it's kind of its own independent little aquifer under our property. So that's nice. We don't have as much calcium as a lot of other people do. A lot of people that get that white crusty stuff built up on their everything. Everything water comes out of, you know. So, oh, sorry guys, there's an awful lot of these little needles here. And I'm half blind, so it's really hard to pair them up. That's why I'm doing it now, so I'm not sitting here doing this when I'm online trying to sell them. Like, oh, I don't know, can you see that number? And that one doesn't have a mate. So, there's a lot of weird stuff in Arizona. It was, we lived out here in California, actually in a place very similar to this. Jolon, Jolon is where we were. Fort Hunter Liggett. And very similar. It was a little bit more green. It wasn't quite this elevation. So I knew a lot, we lived there for about 3 years, so I was familiar, and I liked a lot of it. So, but yeah, living here full time and trying to do like what I did on the East Coast as far as gardening or outdoor or anything, is that, nope, that's a whole new learning curve. I had all these pretty wind socks and wind chime. Now, ruined. The sun ruins everything. Just ruins it. So, a lot of my outdoor decorations that I could have easily done in Connecticut cannot be done here. So you have to, get creative and use things like rocks and metal. So I'm working on it, learning. Like I said, we put up the front fence and it wasn't there very long before the wind and the cows removed it. So we spent a lot of money on that. So we'll get that back up eventually. I'm tired of having the cows knocking on my front door. That gets old. And that's been going on lately. The moms and the babies, they come up to the house where the little flowers start growing near the edges of the house. And the moms with their horns, which is also weird, they're banging on the side of the house. You think someone's knocking on your door. And, and they're pooping in the front yard. It's like, I got enough poop in the backyard. I don't need extra. So, Yeah, we don't have any big summer plans. We haven't really done summer plans since we moved here. We went to Laughlin one year for a long weekend. That's about it. Doug works too much in the summer. When we were home with the kids, we would go camping, and Doug could actually just go to work from camp. And I could just stay at the campsite with the kids, so that was doable. But, now we've got horses and things, and it's really hard to take too much time off without, they like to eat a couple times a day and that kind of stuff. So, it's hard to get a horse sitter, It's not just horses, it's parrots and a tortoise and a dog, and, we don't usually go too many places, and we have zero desire to ever get on a plane again, so y'all want to visit, you have to come here. Hey, Ella. Hey, girlfriend, you get yourself some lunch. Hope your sale ended well and you sold it all. Clean that house out so you don't have to move it all. I'm so excited for you. A garage, that's going to be like heaven. You just have one shelf for outgoing, one shelf for daily sales, and nothing else has to be in your house. It can all be outside. That's so cool. So, yeah. Not too much going on that is very interesting to most people, but I'm pretty happy to have gotten as much done as I have. That's all I can say. Busy week coming up. Going to be at the rental this weekend, making sure everything's good. And then I can get back to doing sales and cleaning house. It's spring cleaning time. The dust in this house is, they're starting to request names. So, it's got to go. It's definitely got to go. And I hate dusting, so I've put it off for a year. And, I do regular surface, but, I got to get up on the chairs and do all the things. And all the windows need washing. Ugh. I wish I was one of those people that like doing that stuff. I have time. I just really, it's like I have to force myself to get in there and get it done. So, you know, I'd like to have like an OCD party at my house and just let them go. I'll feed them really good. Oh man, oh man. Woodstock, get down. You are really being a bad parrot today. Knock it off. Knock it off. I didn't put on tunes, although that doesn't always work either, as y'all know. Drive me nuts, man. Hey, Rob, you want to come clean my house? I'll pay you. I'd rather cook or make jewelry than clean house, so, not into cleaning. I don't like a messy house, but I just really am not the cleaning person. I wish that was, I know some people that are like, yeah, I'm going to go home and clean and it's going to relax me. It's like, oh, I have to go home and clean. I'm really stressed out. It just doesn't work. Oh, my internet's giving me a hard time now. It's going really low. I'll be sound like a robot now, right? There's no excuse for that. I am so fed up with it. Paying good money for Starlink. There's not a cloud in the sky today. Then again, I have not been a fan of internet since internet started. So it's another thing to give you a hard time and make your life difficult. And yet, we all spend all day playing with it. So there you go. Whose problem is it anyway? Theirs or mine, right? All right, I can't read the numbers on this needle. Okay. Boy, oh boy, I would really like to be about 20 years younger, folks. Definitely would be a lot farther along in things if I was, because, I used to have a lot more energy. I don't know what happened. Size 2. It's a little one. But thanks for hanging out with me while I'm doing some stuff and letting me yak at you. I do appreciate it. No, I'm just waiting to hear some good stuff that we can all have a nice conversation about. Like where your new house is gonna be. Guess what? I'm gonna hire a maid. I probably won't, because that kind of creeps me out, honestly. When I lived in Connecticut, my bestie and I would take a weekend and go to each other's house and do things like clean out the junk closet, and we'd have snacks and entertainment and, drinks or smoke or whatever we were doing that day and goofing around, and that's the way to clean the house. You need a friend. You need someone to hang with you and play with you. Goof around and eat chocolate, By the end of the weekend, we'd have that project that we were dreading done and had some fun in the process, I don't have one of those places there. Hey, dude, I'm thrilled to have you hang out. You know that. You're always welcome. Always welcome. Wish you crocheted. I sell you some knitting needles. Okay, you don't crochet with knit needles, but I'll teach you. I know how to do these things. Have to do classes maybe to make people buy things. I don't know. Oh boy. I don't know. I'm just having fun, goofing around, doing what I do. You know how it is. What else is there to do anyway? Just getting old, being a bum. Somebody's got to do it, I suppose, right? All right. those don't have matches. And this is why I'm going through them all. I inherited four rolling bags full of knitting needles plus extra. I don't need that many for anything. So, I'm hoping somebody is looking for knitting needles. Some people just can't get enough of them. Oh man. These are long ones. Yeah. Once that fish pond filter gets here, we're going to have a busy weekend emptying the pond, getting it all cleaned up, and refilling it so we can see our fish. And then I'll take some more videos, because right now all you can see is a waterfall and green water again, which gets really old. My fish are really pretty. They don't mind the green water. In the summer, it's actually kind of nice for them because it gives them some shade. But I really don't like not being able to see my fish. That's kind of the point. I don't really want a green puddle in my backyard. You know, I want a pretty fish pond. I got some flowers from Ella to float on the pond too, some fake ones. Because the real ones just take over. Right. Ooh, I gotta let the dog in. I forgot I let her out and it's hot out. These are 12-inch. Alright, I'm just going to the other side of the wall. Rainy again, Rob? No, I'm sorry. We've had rain for almost a week. Oh, there you go. Go get a drink, good girl. I'm sorry. It's 88 out today. I don't think I'm going to make the end of the week without, well, I guess it is the end of the week, but I'm not sure I'll make it through the weekend without the AC on if it doesn't come back down. Yeah, today's the first day we don't actually have puddles in the yard. We've had puddles for like 4 days. And, you know, we have sand, so we don't normally get puddles. So when you have puddles, you know, you've had a lot of rain. So, but the trees are loving it, and my cactus are blooming. I may go out later and take some pictures of my pretty cactus all blooming. Well, that one doesn't belong there. That one's a shorty. Add it to the pile. Yeah, that's, you know, got a lot of pink ones. I don't have any yellow cactus flowers. Adam and I were discussing that yesterday when he was here. And need to get a yellow cactus, I think. And over at the rental, the Ocotillo had babies. So I'm going to go get some baby Ocotillas for my front yard, too. Because I can do that, because I can. I love Ocotillas. They're very cool, very long. I mean, they grow like, I don't know, 15 feet tall. And they grow from like the base with long, skinny arms straight up. And then they put flowers out at the top. They're really cool. So that's awesome. That means that, you know, everybody had a good winter at least as far as, you know, the plants. Because we've had the rental, I think, 5 years, and we've never had any spreading. So this winter was good for the plants. So that means we'll probably have a nice summer around here. Also means we're going to have a lot of critters, which is not always the best. But what are you going to do? They live here, you know. Just try to keep like 100-foot barrier around the house to keep the dangerous things away from the pets and us, you know. Now we've got 4 acres, so as long as they stay off the 2 that we use, they can hang out on the other 2 and not pester us, and we won't pester them. I think that's fair. So, yeah, Doug sprayed last weekend too, because, you know, that time of year, and I do not want another scorpion on my couch. That creeped me right out, and I really just don't want to do that anymore. And being the barefoot queen that I am, I really don't like having things roaming around on my floor. So, you know. Said snakes are starting to do the thing. People had some in the kitchen the other day. That's just creepy. I don't do snakes in the house, not even as a pet. I don't like snakes. You know, wild snakes in my kitchen? Yeah, nah. Nope, gotta move. So sorry. Places to go. Oh, hold still. These big ones give me a hard time with the labels because they're too fat for one label, so I have to stick two together. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, this weekend's going to be busy for us. Over at the rental Saturday, the unboxing on Sunday. I don't expect any children, anything going on for Mother's Day, so I'll just be online hanging out with folks that want to hang out. And Monday I've got a sale, so I've got to spend the weekend finishing up, getting ready for that. So yeah, I got a busy weekend. Hopefully next weekend we'll be doing the fish pond. That would be awesome. And I may do part 2 of the unboxing because I have quite a few packages and I'm not going to sit here for 3 or 4 hours opening them all. So I may do a part 2 unboxing. Depending on how the yarn sale goes on Monday, I may do a part 2 of those 2 next Monday. So sell it all? I'll have to find something else to sell. I can do that. I got a house full of things that need to go. Everything must go. Right. Oh my goodness, I can't write on here. All right, we are getting there, Boy, oh boy. Knocking things over, making a mess. That's just my life. Oh, yeah. I should sell Woodstock. I really should. Who wants parrot? Hanging upside down by one toe going because that's something everybody enjoys. So yeah, what else is going on? Let's see. We got Father's Day coming up in June, right? So Mother's Day and Father's Day. And then 4th of July, which I'm still waiting to hope that something, I don't know what. Trump make his big announcement? I missed it if he did. Supposed to make some big announcement about something, but that was about it. Pretty cryptic about what it was going to be about. So I'm guessing some kind of trade deal, but what do I know, right? Oh, man. Sorry. Sticking my stickers together instead of putting them around the needle, and it's not working out. Oh, I give up. Yeah, so yeah, I'm waiting to hear what that's all about. I don't know. I missed it. I guess we got a new pope. People aren't liking him. I don't know. Missed that too. I've been missing a lot of stuff. I just haven't been paying attention to the world because I've been wrapped up doing my Ellen stuff, and you know, now I guess it's time to play catch up because apparently I'm supposed to pay attention to some of it. Somewhere along the line, right? Yeah, anybody knows anything good, let me know. You know, I know Mark's all warm and fuzzy still, but you know, that man should have caught fire 2 years ago. So, just can't believe it all. I just listen for world news more than anything, but I've been missing that too. So, I slept in today again and missed everybody early morning, so oh well, these things happen. We'll catch up with Benny later. He's been having quite the fun with the news. Making people crazy. I guess The View is off the rails again, but of course they always were, in my opinion. I don't know why anybody watches that. It's got to be just for drama, right? So I don't know why those people get paid that kind of money to sit there and trash everybody, but alright, whatever works. Oh boy. That's it. It's the end of them. I have 2 more cups to do. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know, but I want to know what Trump is talking about. I probably don't care. It just, everybody hypes everything up, and then it's a big nothing burger, as always, but, I'm waiting. I know something good is coming. I just don't know when. Well, I guess, I keep thinking July, and they just keep pushing it out there. It could be tomorrow, and I don't mean the gurus. I mean everybody. But it doesn't seem to be happening, so I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what the plan is. Watching the Royals stuff, they're just a mess. They're just a mess, those Royals. They're falling apart left, right, and sideways. All right. Ones, twos, and threes look an awful lot alike, folks, in case you were wondering. I can't see. Sorry, I'm using my light. I think those are twos. Okay. Oh, yeah. Little tiny numbers. I'm too old. I used to have such great eyesight. I had 20/10 eyesight most of my life. And now I don't even think I have 20/20. And I'm using reading glasses from the dollar store, and I don't like them. I'm sure you all are like, oh, boo-hoo, here's the tiny violin, Ellen. But yeah, I feel for anybody that has to wear glasses, because it's a pain. Doug's worn them, I think, most of his life. And it's just a pain to have something on your face all the time. If I get to the point I need them 24/7, I will definitely do contacts. I don't mind sticking my finger in my eye. I know a lot of people don't like that, but that doesn't bother me. Alright, so we got a bunch of oddballs. Oh, that's a Tunisian crow. Okay, that's different. Different kind of knitting. Yeah, I don't know, Rob. What do you think? When are you going to run for office, dude? I'll vote for you. You got brains in your head. I'm too old. Old and tired and cranky. Nobody will elect me because I'd be too honest. I wouldn't really want to hear the honest stuff, and I'm not good at the lying part, so... running for office would be my downfall. I wouldn't get very far. Somebody with brains would run for office. Any office. Pick an office. I mean, pick one. Happy to see a bunch of the old geezers leaving office because they need to go. It's really ridiculous. You have to wait for them to have like a stroke or something, go home and enjoy your family and leave the country alone for a little while. How about that? Oh, you like that, Woody? You like that? You don't even know. Yeah, that's like Patricia was saying. She unsubscribed from a bunch of places, and so did I, and really changes up what shows up on your YouTube feed, and there's a lot less drama. A lot less. Just, it just gets old. I mean, drama's fun for 15 minutes, but, at some point you have to be a grown up and actually come up with a solution to the drama. I don't enjoy living drama. Some people do. I'm not one of them. I'm good with boring, steady, normal. I'm okay with that. A little surprise here and there, but regular daily living, yeah, I'm good with just I know what to expect. That works for me. Most of the time, that works for me. I'd rather go campfire and do s'mores than to a fancy restaurant, that kind of thing. Waste of money, got to put on pants. Speaking of which, I got to get in touch with Maria. She's not doing well, folks. Hopefully she's doing better. She had some heart issues, had to go in the hospital. Haven't heard from her in a bit, so I'm hoping she's home and things are good. But feel free to reach out to Miss Maria if you know, travels. It's hard during the week for her to get on because she works and that kind of stuff. And now that Doug quit Sundays, I'm really kind of mad in case you hadn't noticed. But whatever. I get on and yak to you guys on Fridays. You don't need to come back on Sunday and hear that too. So maybe someday he'll get bored and want to do it again. I don't know. Yeah, and Polly and Chance, they've been having a rough time too, health-wise. So, like I was saying, guys, please take care of yourselves. There's so many people that are really just having a tough time of it, especially with health. And I know some of it's part of it's money because, we're not buying good food. We can't afford the medications. We can't afford the co-pays, whatever the deal is. But you do better. Do better, please, because the alternative kind of sucks, all right? So I've lost too many friends. I don't want to lose any more. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of yourselves. Okay, there's your lecture. Big hugs. I really mean it, though, guys. Just, yeah, I mean, this week I've heard of 4 different passings, and, a couple of them were old people. These things happen. It's part of life, but a couple of them weren't, and then you got the people left behind and all the issues that come with that. So, what do you think? Number 1, number 3? All right. That's why you have a gauge. Try to be accurate for the people so they know what they're buying. I try. Oh boy. Here you go. Finish up these 2 pair, folks, and I'm going to head out. As the tortoise has decided to come out, so I will go feed him. I don't feed him until he comes out for the day because otherwise the squirrels and the birds will eat all his food. I have to wait for him to get up before he gets fed, so his schedule's a little wonky. Yeah, I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me while I sorted some knitting needles, and feel free to come on Monday and buy some if you're interested. Or send your friends that might be interested. I'm good with that too. And we're going to have an extra prize on Monday. I have a little handmade zippy bag, and it's going to be full of assorted whatnots and doodads. That's going to be just one prize for anyone that makes a purchase that day will be entered on that wheel. That's a you must purchase prize. And the regular prize wheel. Because that's the way I roll. I like giving away prizes, though. It's fun. I think people like getting prizes. I like getting prizes. So, one last pair. I do hope that you guys have something interesting to do today, or oops, there goes my roll of stickers. Good thing I'm on the last one, huh? If it's not interesting, then maybe you can have a nice down day or self-care day, or I don't know, non-stress. How about that? Whatever you do today, I hope it doesn't stress you out. Oh, see, this one's lying. All right. Like when they tell you they're the wrong size, because spend time gauging up and stuff, and pull out the needle, you expect it to be what it says on the top. Makes me mad when I have to rip something out halfway through because it really came out the complete wrong size. Luckily, I don't make Afghans. I can, but I don't like to. They take too long. I like to make hats and toys. And I'll be selling those again eventually, but right now it's too hot to touch yarn. All right. 1 cup down, 2 more to go. And oddballs. So, I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out. I know, maybe next week, if it isn't 950 degrees, I will set us up outside again and we can sit in the front yard and watch the tortoise if he's out. He wasn't out this morning and I really needed to get this done, so. And, oh yeah, I was running late and, you know, all that. So, yeah, there's that. So, but thank y'all for coming by, and I do hope everybody has a good weekend. Feel free to come hang out Sunday. I'm just going to be unboxing and yakking, so no sales, just hanging out. So if you're bored and you just want to pop in, come on by. That'll be on the Desert Rose Beads and Baubles. All the links are below in the description under the video. And if anyone is interested in buying me a coffee, I split the money 50-50 between my animal food here and buying books for subscribers. Books as in Walking with God or The Message. And I think I'm only about 20 people from 500, so I just need a few more subscribers. And we'll do that giveaway where I will give away a complete copy of Walking with God and The Message. Here's my copy. And here's my other copy. I actually ordered myself a big print because I'm blind. Yeah, I'm ready to do that whenever anybody, you know, when I hit that 500 mark. So feel free to share me out. Let your friends know. Tell them about my auctions, or if you just place to hang out and chit chat. Bring up a topic. Let's talk. You know. And I will see you guys hopefully Sunday, Monday, next Friday, or out and about and chat in YouTube land somewhere else. Join me on Discord. I'm on X. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I don't understand Instagram, but I got an account over there. So, y'all can find me. You can email me. Whatever works for you. As always, sending much peace, love, and harmony from Petrichor Ranch in Arizona. Get yourself some sun. Find a reason to smile. Big hugs, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye now.